Well, what exactly is going in my back during an epidural? It's a beautiful day in the laborhood, so let me help you out, okay? When we place an epidural, what we are doing is we first put local anesthetic or a numbing medication right there at the skin, because you only have receptors for pain right there at the skin. Then we actually utilize what's called a TUI needle. And a TUI needle, we are going to be utilizing either air or saline as we pass through the layers of the back. So boop, 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 boop. As soon as we feel a shh, what we call loss of resistance, that means we're in the epidural space. The dura is actually what stands over on this side, and we don't want to nick it or go past it because your cerebral spinal fluid is on the other side. That is what a spinal is. It's when you actually go through. But don't worry, spinal needles are way smaller than epidural needles. Going back to what I was saying, so if the epidural needle is in the back and we've already found what we call the loss of resistance, okay, so we know that we're in the right spot, then we just thread a catheter. And in threading a catheter, there's nothing fancy about this. It's kind of like fishing line, okay? That's what actually stays inside of your back, so we can continuously give you medication. And the medication, we just put it through here. And it's attached to the end of this little fishing line. That's it. So that's an epidural. Don't worry, there's nothing metal that's in your back. You can also move around inside of the bed, but don't get up. Why? Because an epidural is going to block the mu receptors, which is the pain receptors. But it also can affect motor. So that's the reason why we put in a catheter in your bladder after you've had an epidural, and you cannot walk around anymore. So don't try it, okay? Back in the day, literally 40 plus years ago, they used to have what we call walking epidurals. And that's just a fancy term for not using local anesthetic, instead just using pain reliever like fentanyl. But we don't do that anymore just because of the fact that contractions are painful. And so we want to make sure that you have a wonderful birthing experience. So happy birthday. Is if you are a person that is kind of like a pukey person naturally, that can cause you to get sick as well. But good news is, bloop, you can always grab NoMo nausea bands and stop all of that. Stops 80% of people from getting sick instantly.